Hey guys, alright, so I have a few more tips that I forgot to add onto my previous video. I have one big tip that I think is really important, but I'm going to spend a whole lot of time talking about it thoroughly so that people understand what I'm saying and they don't get offended, because I can understand how it can turn into something else. But anyway, okay, so the first two tips out of the way. First is to look up makeup and how to do it properly. I maybe will one day do a video on basic makeup or something, because I never wore makeup until I went to cosplays, and then I got pictures back and I looked awful because you're under hotel lighting, and if you don't know how to properly use makeup just so you look nice in a photo, then you look terrible. I may try to put a video together for girls. I don't know really about guys, but just invest in some nice makeup, and you can find tips and stuff all over the internet. Second tip is, please don't half do your costume. You can, but don't say that you're cosplaying. The example, oh, sorry, that's my that's my aim. What I mean by don't half do it is, when we cosplayed Full Metal Alchemist when it first came out and we were first getting into cosplay, I saw this problem. I still see this problem a lot, and it's a good example I like to use, is there would be mostly girls, which isn't anything, but I would usually see a girl walk around with one of the Ed's red coat with the that they, either made or bought somewhere, and then they'd put their hair up in a ponytail, and that's all they would do. And they'd say, oh, I'm cosplaying Ed. No, 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 that's not exactly cosplay. I mean, you can go run around and just wear one article of clothing to show off your fandom. That's one thing. It's another thing to go and say, I'm cosplaying Ed, when you only have one article of clothing and you put your hair in a braid and you have brown hair and you didn't even go through efforts of getting a wig or, getting his clothes or anything. That's just, it's a personal pet peeve of mine. I'm not saying you can't do it, I just don't say you're cosplaying that person if you're only half wearing their clothes. You look like you're just some girl that stole his clothes and put them on. So don't do that. Now, in my old video I made a long time ago, I had a tip about cosplaying people that you look like. And I was in a hurry, I didn't give it very much time, so I'm going to go over that again so that people understand what I'm talking about. I also am going to put up some links to some more like cosplay tips and stuff from real cosplayers who have gotten awards and know what they're doing, and kind of understand what I'm trying to say. So maybe if I don't say it right, then maybe their words are a little more understanding. So basically what I meant by that, and I kind of had in mind of people who had never cosplayed anyone before, and they just didn't know where to start, just say cosplay someone you look at. Like I can go for someone that is very curvy. I'm not voluptuous or fat or anything, but I am curvy. I'm very obvious that I'm a girl. I can't crossplay very well unless I really try. I usually look for anime characters that have my body type, and they do exist. Most of the time, if you're a girl and you're cosplaying like a schoolgirl or something, not most, but a lot of anime characters and stuff have they're tall and real skinny, and they have very boyish figures. And those kind of girls exist. And they just automatically look better in these little tiny little schoolgirl uniforms or whatever, because that's just what the anime characters look like. I'm not saying if you're real curvy that you can't dress as a schoolgirl. You just have to take into consideration things that look good on your body and things that don't. That means you might have to make the skirt shorter or make it a little different, and it won't look the same, but it will look good on you. I can't wear pleated skirts very well because I have big hips and they don't fall on my body very well. So I would have to make them longer. So if I had a short pleated skirt, I would have to make it longer to look flattering on me. I hope that makes sense. This isn't a rant about, oh, fat cosplayers, people who are fat can't cosplay, it's only pretty skinny people. That's not at all what I'm saying. It's just that if you're cosplaying someone who is very petite and you want to do a good job at it, their clothes reflect their body. So you need to alter the costume to look good on your body. Otherwise you'll just look ridiculous and it won't be flattering to your figure. And even with guys, I mean, it's not so obvious as, you know, like you have big hips or you're an hourglass, or it's not as more defined. There's more categories for girls than it is for guys, I guess. But even the same thing, if there's a big muscular guy, you don't have to, you know, go out and like pump iron for, you know, 8 months before a con. But if you're really, really scrawny and just some guys are born that way, that's just their body composition, there's other cosplays that you could do without the huge muscular, you know, underneath that you would be lacking. In the end, you can cosplay whoever you want. I'm just saying, make sure that you know your body type and you know what kind of clothes look good on you and how to alter a costume to look good on you. So when I say cosplay someone you look like, that's usually, I guess because I'm part of a group, that's usually what we do, is that we'll find a fandom, we'll all kind of like it, and yeah, most of the time we'll cosplay our favorite character. It's not so much, oh, this is my favorite character, I want to cosplay them. It's, oh, I would make great this person. Oh, this person has hips, I'll cosplay her. Something like that. And yes, I know that people aren't born with pink and purple hair. You get wigs for that. But if you're a beginner, wigs can get expensive. So I just say start with someone that you look like, and people do exist that have normal hair. They can just be, you know, blonde, brown, black, short, wavy, whatever. They have normal hair and they just wear like everyday clothes. These cosplays do exist. So if you're starting out, I would advise that you find someone that you actually look like, and you get clothes that you can actually buy or make really simple. That's just a simple skirt or a shirt, and it isn't like a huge vest with lining or anything crazy like that. That's, you know, you gotta do it in steps. Anyway, I hope that made my point. Again, I put up some links for some more explanation. I will be making a video about skits and how to make them not boring, because we all have very short attention spans. Okay, later.